hello, hello. Come right on in. Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Welcome. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. If you're here for the first time, we always want to welcome you, and then we also want you to hit that subscribe button and become a regular subscriber, so that when we have exciting news to share with you, information to share with you, you'll get that. You'll get that. When you hit that subscribe button, everything that we do will come to you. Will notify you. And on the way out, why don't you hit the like button if you find that you were enriched with the information that we're providing today. Today on Current Events Now, we are going to talk about uh, finances, talk about how you can invest, the best way to invest, some of the ways to invest, some of the businesses that you can get into that will take your money to high levels. It's one thing to make money, but it's also another thing to know what to do with the money. And one of the things that rich people do is when they make their money, they say, I want to make money with money. And so that's what I want to relate to you today. You, as a new content creator, you take that money and you invest it. There are safe ways to invest. There's all different type of ways you can invest. So you should have what's called a portfolio. That means you're into coins, you're into IRAs, CDs, mutual funds, stocks and bonds, and then you may even get an investment of businesses. You may be investment of real estate, and the list of things that you can invest in that can make you money is just it's unlimited. Some of it may have more of a risk than others, because you have what's called high end risk, and then you have basically your middle age risk, and then you have your low risk, which most people's like the low risk. They just want to make money, but they don't want to lose any money. So you probably would want to start out with low risk, and then as you mature and you begin to understand, you could move into middle risk or high risk. But starting out, you would probably want to be safe and sound and just do things that you know are going to make you money. Now, with that said, I want to introduce a book that I wrote, and it's called, I'll put that up there, it's called Rich Man's Principle, Poor Man's Work Ethic. Rich Man's Principle, Poor Man's Work Ethic, with a co-topic of principles of wealth building. Principles of wealth building. And I wrote this book with the common person in mind. I said, I want to write a book that even if you're not privy about stocks and bonds, mutual funds, CDs, all that, because a lot of people aren't. Uh, I wanted to make it as simplified as I possibly could. And I think I achieved that. And even a person who's never invested or anything could read this book, follow along with it, and be like, "Oh, okay, now I see how that works." So I wrote the book with the common man in mind that don't know about these type of investments. But reading this, you will know investments, you will know CDs, you will know IRAs, you will know crypto, you will know mutual funds. You will know um, where to place your money, where to invest, how to invest, and what to anticipate from your money. So with that in mind, you can get my books off of Amazon. Actually, I'm an author. I have my author's page on Amazon, and you can go on there and get this book off of Amazon. You'll have to put my full name in, Timothy M. Williams, and if you put that in, my author's book, my author's page will come up, and you look through the books and find this one, and it's called, once again, Rich Man's Principles, Poor Man's Work Ethic, Principles of Wealth Building. So what I want to do is just kind of go through the chapters that are in this book, and I'm not going to touch on everything. I'm just kind of, because it's it's a little longer than what I'd like to spend on this, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what's in here and how it will help you. We have the first chapter is on how to invest your money. So that's the most important thing, is knowing how to invest your money and what you should invest your money on. And there's many different things that you can start out investing your money on. And the book will go into detail as to the things that you can invest your money on. It will explain it so that you can because my main goal was to try and make everything simple, simplify everything. Think of a person who's never done anything like this, but they know that they've got all this money now and they need to invest it. So I said, let me write a book that even a person starting out will be able to understand. They'll be able to understand how stocks work, how mutual funds work, how CDs work, how other coins you can buy, how they work, and how to buy them, and how long to hold on to stuff like that, because at some time it matures and you get a certain amount of money, and then you got to re-up. You take that money off that you made and you re-up. You decide if you want to do it long-term, short-term. And so there's all different types of things. And this will show you and tell you. And one of the good things is even if you, let's say you forget something, having a book you can always go back and reread and say, okay, let me see, I think this was saying that, but I want to make certain that that's exactly what that was saying. So that's one of the good things about having a book, that it's a simplified book, but sometimes you may forget that, okay, he said it worked like this, it worked like that. You can always go back and read up on it, and it'll come back to you because the simplification of the book was my main objective. Okay, with that in mind, as I was saying, the first chapter, of course, is how to invest your money. And it'll go through the many different ways that you can invest, as I just kind of sped out some of what those things are. And it'll also, there's a chapter in here that talks about how to make and manage your money. That's probably the most important thing, about making your money and then excuse me, and then managing your money. A lot of people they are poor. They have poor management skills, meaning they have the money, but they don't know what to do with it, or they don't know where to put it. So this will give you all sorts of ideas of where you can put your money and where it will best make you the most. Some people's like high risk things. Some people's just, like I said, they want a low risk. They just want to make money. So this will explain it in layman's terms and simplified terms so that you can get the best and know how to invest. And because once you understand how to invest things and you know how it works, it makes it easier for you to want to invest your money. You want to invest it and continually have a payday coming up off of your money. Most rich people live off of the money that they make, that they invest, and the profit that is made from that. They live off of that. Here's a chapter in here that talks about how to save money for your business. You're gonna have to learn how to save money for the business. And here, the biggest reason why you want to learn how to save money for the business is you're gonna have some months where you may not make payroll because you had a slow month. And so having money there in the bank that you've saved will get you across that hump. So it's very, very important that you save money, whether you're in the business or you're not in business. It's a good idea to always have what the old people used to call my emergency money, my emergency stash. The same applies to business. Always have a stash of cash. So it talks about that, and talks about the different things you can invest in. Stocks is probably one of the most notable things. And this explains stocks really, really good. Let me turn this around. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you see the little squiggly lines going across there. I just want to show you typically when you buy stock, you want to buy it on. You don't want to buy it on the upswing. See the tips up there. Never buy there. That means it's going back up. You see these lines that's down. You want to buy stock when it's down. That means that the bottom is falling out. That's when you want to buy your stock. So, and this goes in there, and it tells you about this. It simplifies it for you. And so that's why I wrote this book, because I said a lot of people want to learn. They want to know how to invest and what to invest. And when you make something simplified where people can understand, it also becomes fun. Because then you anticipate, okay, I know what I'm going to make off of that. I typically should have this. I typically should make that off of that. Some of the other things other than stock, bond, mutual funds that you can invest in real estate. There are entities that all they do is take a lot of people's money and they will put it together and go buy real estate, and a company will manage that real estate, and then the profit from that is shared from within the group of people that are in that real estate investment consortium. And so that's a way to make money. It's all different types, and this book goes in and lets you know about it. It lets you know about this real estate consortium type where you can get into. It talks about small businesses and how to make sure that your business is in the best financial position it can be. And normally that is save, save, save. Let us go on here. It talks about cryptocurrency. Now, here's what I would say. People's a little afraid of cryptocurrency. What I would say on cryptocurrency is make sure that it's legitimate cryptocurrency. Just make sure it's legitimate. Don't do your homework. Research. And if you research, then you'll be okay. Precious metals. See, that's another thing that you can buy. That a lot of people will put their money in precious metals. If you know you got, let's say, I'm just going to throw out $5,000. Let's say you got $5,000. You know you don't need it. You might want to put that in precious metals, because that's something as the metals they mature and bring value, then you make money off of those precious metals. So a lot of people invest in precious metals, and here are some. I don't know if you can see it or not. There are pictures in there of all the different metals, all the different things that you can invest in. I try to put as many pictures in there because I know people like to usually see what it is that they're investing in. These are gold coins and bullions, and it talks about these and the value and the ways that you can invest in those. So let's see. Let's go back through here and see what else we can see. So that's a lot of the coins. Real estate, we touched up on that. And let's see, types of property. So there's different types of property where investors can invest in. Sometimes people invest in, like, you'll see strip malls. You may be in a consortium where you are invested in that, and then the profit that comes off of that, you share in that as well. So there's a lot of different things you can do to invest your money. A lot of places you can put your money. And this book really goes, it gives you those tidbits that you're going to be, oh, I didn't even know you could do something like that. So that's one of the good things. Traditional IRA advantages. It's got the traditional IRA advantages. It goes deeply. It talks about the traditional IRA, how that works, and then there's other IRAs that are a little more sophisticated. And so, but it breaks it down, and it lets you know the Roth IRA, the IRA, the 401k, and so forth and so on, and how you can roll that over. If you ever leave a job, you want to roll your 401k over into an IRA, so that when you leave that company and you roll it over into an IRA, the government don't tax you, and you don't lose nothing on it. And then once you roll it into that IRA, you can then do things with it. So knowing that when you leave a company and you want to take your 401k, never go in there and say I want my money, because what they'll do is they will tax the living cow shit out of your money. And when they give you the check, you'll be like, oh hell no, I ain't wait. So you want to roll it over into an IRA. That's something that's a nice little tidbit to know, because a lot of people don't know that. They just say, oh, just give me I want my money. And you don't take it like that. You have them to roll that money into an IRA, and you normally go to your local bank or wherever you bank and tell them, I'm transferring. I want my IRA rolled over into I want my 401k rolled over into an IRA. That way, nothing gets taxed. You don't lose your money, and then when you get ready to use your money, you can use it from that bank, from that IRA, and you've not paid out Uncle Sam and the state and the city and all of them didn't take all your money. So that's a good little tidbit that's in here as well. Mutual fund investment. It goes it explains mutual fund investment in a way that when you read it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm all right. This is cool. I like it. So, like I said, I try to write the book with you in mind who may be new to investing. You in mind who you have money now, but you need to know how to invest it. This book is your easy guide to knowing how to invest your money in the safest and the best ways and the easiest ways. It says here's a chapter on which is safer, a CD or a money market account. And it explains the difference between a CD and a money market account. Both of them are good investments to go into. They're safe investments to go into, but it just explains how they work. And I think once people understand how stuff works, then they say, okay, well, this stuff ain't bad. I think a lot of times, a lot of us didn't grow up with parents that taught us about CDs, IRAs, all this type of stuff. A lot of us didn't get that, but it's always time to learn how to make money. Rich people have been doing this. We need to know how to do it. This book right here is something that once you start a business, you're making money, being a content creator or whatever, no matter what, and you got all that money laying around, don't waste it. Make your money, make money. Rich people live off the money that their money make. They never live off the principal. They always live off of the money that their money has made. Invest in the U.S., invest in stocks in the U.S., and it tells you the different, your premium stocks, like a Ford would be a premium stock. And let's say, just give you an example, let's say Ford, the numbers come in, and Ford did not meet their expectations. Well, a lot of times when they don't meet their expectations, the stock will start falling or nosedive. And so when it's going down, because people are selling off, you want to buy when it's going down. But the trick is to you're really trying to figure out how far is it going to fall down. So if for example, let's say it's an $80 stock and it falls down to 40, I probably would buy. Or some people will say, well, I think it'll go down to 35. Now you're really taking a chance to go down to 35. But me, if it's $80 and it went down to 40, I'm buying. Some people will wait and they say, oh, it's going to go down even lower, so I'm going to wait. But the trick is always buy low. Always buy low. Always buy low. Because eventually that $80 stock will go pretty much back up around at about that. So buy low. That's where you make your money. Okay, so we're getting here. We got a chapter on cryptocurrency, and I recommend you invest in cryptocurrency. Just do your homework. Just do your homework. Make sure you are buying a currency that there's no tricks, no schemes. That is legitimate crypto. Because a lot of people are nervous about cryptocurrency. Just do your homework. make sure that the currency, the cryptocurrency you want to invest in is legitimate. It's been around a long time and it's doing well. You know, look at the financials on it. Look how long it's been in business. How long it's been out there. What is it worth? You know, do your homework. But don't be afraid to invest in crypto. Just make sure you're investing in crypto that is solid, that is good, and that has been around for, you know, a long time. And you'll be okay. So I was just trying to go through here to see if I can see anything else. There's a lot of nice little tidbits in here about investment. EOS explain. So it explains EOS blockchain, which deals with the cryptocurrency. And it's very simplified. That's what I like about this book. Is I tried to make everything simplified so that a person can say, people will say, I don't understand that stuff. So I did everybody a favor. I tried to write this book with the most simplified way so that it's easy to understand. And because once you understand something, you know, then you're more comfortable about investing. You feel better about investing. You know that you feel good about your investment. Talks about a financial advisor, and I recommend if you're going to start investing, get yourself a financial advisor. They're good because they can tell you about other products that may be out there, that new products that's coming online. A financial investor, that's their job, is to find other ways to that you can make money. They may have other things out there that you can invest in. So a financial investor, I recommend doing that. You know, especially if you're going to be continuously investing, get yourself a financial advisor. It talks about how startups, businesses that start up, people sometimes want investors. That's another way to invest your money on startups. Startups can be a little risky. If I was a first-time person doing that, I probably would wait until I've gotten my feet wet and I kind of know what to expect, and before I would get into that. But this book here, Rich Man's Principles, Poor Man's Work Ethic, is a very common, very easy to go along, it's an easy read, and I highly recommend it. You can get it on Amazon, and also one of the things I like, I think I did. This book is in Audible. So if you don't want to read it, you can get Audible. I love Audible. Ever since they come out with Audible, that's the way I read my books now. Other people will read it. So you can get this in Audible. And I recommend that you get it in Audible because it's just enjoyable to have someone else to read the book to you. So if you don't want to get it in the soft copy, get it in the Audible, because you can read. They'll read it to you. Maybe the first 2 chapters, and you can always stop it and then come back to it and pick up. And so I like that. I love having that. Ever since they come out with Audible, that's the only way. That's how I read books now. It's just Audible. So go on Amazon, pick this up. Rich Man's Principle, Poor Man's Work Ethic.